What up, man? It's your boy Chris Unbox. For you checking in, I caught up with Beasley to discuss the URL contracts. My whole take on the URL contracts before I get into this interview is you got to figure out what works for you. At the end of the day, these are grown men. They hopefully they know what they reading. They can sign whatever they want to sign. I look at the contracts kind of like record deals. If you get a record deal, you got a machine behind you that pushes you out there, or you can go the independent route where you got to do a lot more work, but the reward is a lot greater. I think all life does is present you with opportunities. You got to figure out how to make the most of those opportunities. And some people, not everybody grinds the same. So some people can go the independent route and actually make a name for themselves without a machine behind them. And some people need a machine. So I think based on who you are as a person and what your grind is like, you got to figure out if the contract works for you. That's my take on the contract. So I don't really look at it as if it's a negative. It's different for different people. You know what I'm saying? And you got to figure out what works for you. So let's get into this Beasley interview, URL contracts. Holla at your boy. All right, last question. URL contracts.
Yes.
They're taking a lot of heat for that. Some good, some bad. I won't even say a lot of heat, but you know, why did y'all implement the URL contracts with a lot of the PG guys? And you know, just what are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that are this, right? I don't want to take the time to market them. I look at this as a business. This is a new industry within hip hop that I think has been created. And if we're all pulling from the same talent pool, what is the difference between URL, this league, this league, and that league? Why do I want to book somebody to come and battle on URL and he just lost last week in Wichita, Kansas? It diminishes the value of a card. If you got Floyd Mayweather about to go in the ring and he gets knocked out 3 weeks before his match with Pacquiao that everybody wants to see, it takes away from the battle. So why would I want to do it? I'm waiting for these leagues to start creating talent, finding talent in smaller leagues and developing them and raising them up and giving them an identity. No one else does that. All they do is wait for URL to put out an artist and put attention on them, and find the guy from the proving grounds who's hot. We start working with him, then they try to get him because he has a little bit of steam for a cheap price to bring him to their platform. And then what happens is, it's good for the artists because they get opportunities to travel or make money, but then what happens is the quality is sacrificed because they battle too much.
Now, before I stop, I gotta make a comment on where somebody made a comment at. Because over in this bitch, we separate the crocs from cats. So if you don't like hearing about blocks and max, niggas cocking straps, or how we on the block with crack rocks and packs, bitch, stop watching smack.
And then they come up and they go down.
So tough, but shit. Nigga them be forgetting what the fuck he said. Shit, I'm too blow, nigga. Right now, I'm all 2 O's. Hold on, I'm about to zone out, nigga. I just had to get my phone out. What the fuck? Hold up. Oh, yeah. Oh, y'all about to like this one. Hold on. Hold up. I say niggas wonder why they ain't seen this man in a year, but somehow, bitch, I'm still the man of the year. Main reason, I hate niggas who stage switch. I don't play, bitch. I ain't a fan of a deer. That K-click, you better stand in the clear. Progresso soup commercial. This nigga Cannon gonna get a can in his ear.
Or they get spread out and they go across the boards and they never reach a certain point where they elevate to that star status. If you look at the last stars that came from the URL, majority because they stuck on the URL for a while and their biggest performances were on URL and on that platform, so they have that perception. But when they go around and they jump around everywhere, they never get bigger. There's no, I would say urban, only because that's mostly what we do is urban hardcore battle rap. There's no urban hardcore battle rap MCs out that are not on URL that are hot. None that we don't want, that we can't have, or that we don't want. Maybe, I would say at least 95% of them are created from us or either marketed by us to reach the next level. Maybe there's a few that didn't start on URL, maybe a few, a handful, but the majority are associated with being from our platform. So no, I don't want them to go other places if I can control them. That's just how I feel. You don't see John Jones on Bellator, Strikeforce. You want to see John Jones fight, you watch him on the UFC. You want to see LeBron James, he's on the Miami Heat. He's not playing for the Knicks next week, the Nets this week. Nobody is going to market, promote, and push somebody and put all your energy in them, and then they take the energy that's created from your platform and go to another platform. It defeats the purpose.
So what do you say to the fan that says, well, how are they supposed to get other money if they're locked into your contract?
Well, what people don't understand is the people that are in contracts with us, they get more money than they were getting paid. That's the thing, that people just assume that we just lock them up for free and that they're not getting any money. When they start, they're getting paid more than what they were getting paid. And we have a deal with them where we guarantee them a certain amount of battles. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, oh, they just get signed and sit on the shelf and can't do anything. I don't force anyone to do anything. If you don't want to sign a contract, don't battle here. Don't come. It's no problem. I'm not holding anyone hostage. Go out, see if you can build your name up and get on some of these other platforms. See if they call you, if they can find you. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We find the talent that we like, or we think is it, and we put energy and attention behind it. You know what I mean? That would make the game interesting if somebody went out and built their own talent that we wanted and couldn't have. Then you could say, you know what? URL should battle such and such league. Because then everybody would have their own MCs, and then we could really determine what league would be better. But how can I battle myself when all the guys on one event go from this league and then next week they're on this event, and then now to the consumer or the fan, that might be fine. But you're asking me as a league owner, and as a league owner, I don't want to see my talent on every single league. And I don't want to see a guy that I took that nobody knows or is very little people are aware of blow up, and then he's just over here doing it over here and over there, and then it's just like, then I'm in competition with myself, because then I'm calling him for a battle. Yo, I don't know, man, I got a battle over here. I see if I can get back to you. It just defeats the whole purpose of having a league. I'm a hip hop person, you know what I'm saying? And I believe in originality and having my own style and my own shit and our own way and our own way of operating and doing things. And I want to have my own people. That's just what I want. I want to have my own guys, and I want this league to have their people and that league to have their people, so that when I watch each league, I get something different. I don't want to see the same people on URL that I see on this league or that league, or else what's the difference? What's the difference? What does a league really mean? What is it for? You know, that's just my opinion. You know, some people will disagree with it, and that's fine, because everyone has the right to their opinion and the freedom to express it. But that's just how I feel personally.